I quit my job. I have not been around for a while. I actually scripted like a whole video and then I was rereading my script and then I was thinking that it just felt very scripted, obviously, and I kind of wanted to just talk like I'm catching up with a friend. I don't really know where to start. It has been a couple of months, I think, since I posted my last video. I can't actually remember when I last uploaded. Oh, sorry, there's like magpies in the tree just outside my window and I just keep staring at them because they keep flying around. So I can't remember when I last uploaded. I think it was a couple of months ago. That video, I filmed it in like February, I think, of this year. So it's actually been nearly a year since I last actually sat down and made a video, which I want to talk about. So my idea for this video is I really want to just be honest and give you some life updates and tell you a bit more about what's been going on for me, because yeah, it's what I've been going through, because it's so tied to this channel. I'm gonna get into it a bit more throughout this video. So what I want for this video is to tell you a bit more about what's been going on for me, give you some life updates, because a lot has happened since I last made a video. You might notice that I am not in my room. I'm in my new room somewhere else in a different part of the country. Yeah, my life has completely changed in every single way since I last uploaded a video and since I last sat down and made a video. So I really want to talk about it. My idea for this channel has changed slightly since I first started making videos. At the beginning, I didn't really want to go too personal into my life. I first posted, I think, 2 years ago. Oh, there's a dog. Oh no, it's a bunny. Sorry, I am sat by my window and I'm gonna get so distracted. Yeah, I first started this channel 2 years ago. I have not posted consistently at all. I really want to get better. I really want to be a consistent uploader and make consistent videos because I really do enjoy making videos and I really miss it when I'm not making them. And I think about making videos and I've got a massive list of the videos I would like to make. So I just need to start making them again. But yeah, I'm gonna go into why I stopped and everything. So we're gonna start from the beginning and I think I'm just gonna dive straight in and just tell you what's been going on. So the main thing that I have to share is some information about my health. So in 2022, I caught COVID. And I never recovered, basically. I was diagnosed with long COVID and that was for just over 3 years ago since I got my diagnosis. And I am still suffering from long COVID. It has really affected me so much. So I was 23 when I caught COVID. I'm now 26. And I've just lost 3 years of my life, basically. If you don't know, long COVID is when you continue to display symptoms of COVID for at least 3 months after your first official test confirming your COVID infection. And because it's such a new disease, people don't really know much about it still. And there is no cure. There's only the treatments that they have available, which for me haven't been that effective because they just don't know how to treat it. So for me, I was affected by my mobility. So I cannot walk for more than around 10 or 15 minutes. So I have a wheelchair. I've had my wheelchair for 2 years, which is amazing because without it, I would not be able to do anything or go anywhere. So yeah, so I was off work for 9 months when I first had my diagnosis. I then went back to work and I was working part-time, but I wasn't happy, mostly because of my health. It was very difficult trying to live with this kind of disease and chronic health condition when you were otherwise like a healthy, active person in your early 20s. It's such a crazy thing to go through and I never imagined having to live through anything like this. I originally started making these videos almost a year into going back to work I was only working, I think 3 days a week, and I had some spare energy, so I wanted to do something else. And then I started working an extra day and I had to stop making videos because I just didn't have the energy to do anything. But now I think I've kind of settled into my life and I now have spare energy, so I'm making videos again. So yeah, basically the reason that I've been inconsistent with uploading is because I've been trying to manage my health, and with my long COVID I do get very bad fatigue and sometimes I just can't do anything. I have to lie in bed and just do nothing, which I've got better at. I think it's definitely been a journey, and I think now I'm much more comfortable being able to just spend days just doing nothing and knowing that it's the best thing to do for my health, and I just have to have complete rest in order to have some kind of recovery. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. And actually I do want to talk more about it in my videos, and I want this channel to reflect my life a bit more, because having had this condition, I spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos, and I started to really want to see more disabled creators, and I want to see more people being honest with how they live with a different body than other people. And I was sort of thinking about how I was getting kind of bored with watching just able-bodied people and really wanting to see someone like me. And then I was thinking, well, I could make that content and I could make those videos and I can be that person for someone else. So that's why I'm back. I just want to represent what it's like to be disabled and what it's like to have to think differently about life and about how you do things. So yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. Yeah, I hope this is interesting. I hope someone's watching. Yeah, okay, so that's what's been happening. And I think I've talked a little bit about what I hope for the channel. So I want my videos to be more reflective of my life. So I do want to start making more like days in my life vlogs, but still talking about books and writing and everything I love. And I will be able to do that more because of what I'm doing now. So I quit my job in September, which was wonderful. I did like where I was working. I loved the people, I loved the place. I hated the actual job. It just wasn't for me. Aspects of it I loved, but the majority of the day-to-day I just found so draining. And when you only have sort of a finite amount of energy to use in a day anyway, I found that I just could not carry on giving all of my energy to something that I didn't enjoy, because I had nothing left for myself at the end of it. And I was like, this is not making me happy. And this is, if anything, making me worse, because I'm just not living for myself. So I decided to quit my job. I was trying to apply for other jobs, but because of my long COVID, I could only really apply for jobs that were part-time, and there weren't that many that I wanted, and the ones I applied for I didn't get. So I decided to make this change. So what I'm doing now is I am on a creative writing master's. So I'm a student and I love it. I'm so happy. Not every day, but nearly every day I am just feeling so much joy. And it's such a huge difference from where I was just a couple of months ago. And it's crazy to look back and think of just how not happy I was. And it's just completely different. My life now is just so full of joy, and I'm just happy, which I just wasn't before, even though I'm still dealing with the exact same health condition, and I have seen some improvement, but it's very, very slight. And really, I think it's only that I have more happiness in my life, and that's just giving me a little bit more energy anyway. So yeah, I've moved to where my university is. I'm living on campus in student accommodation. And yeah, it's just been incredible. It was very difficult at the beginning. I think making such a big change, I think would be difficult anyway, especially because I am a little bit older than some other people. I thought I would feel a lot more like a fish out of water, and I would feel a lot older than everyone else, but there's such like a range of ages. Even in my flat, I'm living with undergrads, but they're all like between 19 and 25, and I'm 26, so it doesn't feel like a huge gap, which is nice. And on my course as well, because we're all a bit older, it's a really nice mix of ages. And there are some people who have come straight from their BA, there's some people who have come from careers, so it's just really nice to be in a big mix of people. And it's great being with people who all love books and writing, and just talking about writing and stories has also just been so inspiring. So yeah, so that's where I am. So yeah, I kind of want to make videos just about following me around as a disabled creative writing student and telling you what it's like and what I'm learning. So yeah, that's kind of like what my intention is for the channel going forward. Hopefully I can actually make these videos, and I will have the energy and the time to spare. Wish me luck. But I'm really hopeful that this time round I will be able to actually commit properly. And I think being more honest about my health hopefully will help. And having that intention as well of sharing more, I think will also help me have more of a reason to make videos and upload, rather than just having it as the creative outlet that it was. So yeah, that's that. In terms of writing, I am currently working on a project. I don't think it's a project that I've been working on in any videos in the past. So this will be a new one for you. It's an old one for me. I've sort of gone back to something that I wrote years and years ago because I just had a new inspiration for it. So I'm currently working on a draft 2, but technically it's a draft 1 because I'm changing it completely from what it was. I think I wrote the first draft. I think it was the second thing I wrote after my BA before I got ill. This new version is much better. So I'm kind of thinking of it as a draft 1, even though technically it's draft 2. And I want to get this finished by Christmas. I'm currently 30,000 words in, and I think I'm halfway. This draft is going to be a lot shorter than what it will be, but I just want something written, and I'm trying out a new drafting process where I just write, see what happens, and then in my later drafts I can add things if I need to add things, which I will because it's going to be too short. I think that's it for this sitting down chatting. I'm going to make some lunch and I'm going to do some writing. I also wanted to quickly mention the books that I'm reading at the moment. So I've just finished reading Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie. I kind of got into sort of cozy murder mysteries coming into winter. I think it's just so cozy and I really loved it. I think it's the first book that has Miss Marple as one of the characters, which was really fun. I didn't realise that they're not narrated from the perspective of Miss Marple. It's quite interesting. It's narrated by the vicar who lives at the vicarage where a murder takes place, and then Miss Marple is just in the background secretly solving the mystery. And it's really fun having her as a minor character because you can tell that she just knows what's going on and she has the whole mystery already figured out, but you're seeing it from someone else's point of view who's trying to investigate the murder and isn't doing a very good job, whereas Miss Marple has got it sorted. And I'm also now reading A Pocket Full of Rye, which is also a Miss Marple mystery. And again, the main character I think is the police officer who's working on the case. I've only just started it and I don't think Miss Marple has appeared yet, but I'm excited for when she does. And I'm listening to the audiobook, and the audiobook is narrated by, I think her name is Joan Hickson, I think. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. And she played Miss Marple in the TV series and her voice is just perfect and it just sounds amazing. And she has such like a granny voice and it's so comforting and so lovely to listen to. And I'm also reading a physical book, which is Tales from Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. So these are a collection of sort of long-ish short stories set in the world of Earthsea, and I think she wrote, so I think The Other Wind might be the first book in the Earthsea series. I haven't read the Earthsea series. This is my first introduction to the world of Earthsea, except I have seen the Studio Ghibli movie, which I don't think is really got that much to do with the actual books that were written. And actually the full word of this book does say that you really ought to read the actual Earthsea books before, but I am not going to, I'm just going to dive straight in. And so far I'm really enjoying it. I am a little bit lost with the world. I think having read the books you probably get more of an idea of where you are and the setting, and you probably understand more of the references, but I'm enjoying it knowing nothing. I think Ursula K. Le Guin is doing a great job of introducing the setting and the world well enough. I don't think you really need to have prior knowledge to understand. It reminds me a little bit of reading Six of Crows without reading Shadow and Bone, just because you can understand it and you know what's going on and you can follow it well enough without having read the trilogy that comes before it. But if you have read Shadow and Bone, you do understand as soon as you start Six of Crows what's going on. So it kind of is a bit like that. But if you can pick up a fantasy book and follow along without needing to know all the details about the world building in advance, I think you could go straight into this. And I really love the writing. It's very like old school fantasy. It's very classic, and it's just really, it's got some great characters, and I'm only on the first story so far, and it's just following this character's journey. It gets quite dark, but I just love how you get to see this world and just how detailed the world building is. And there's some great minor characters who really come alive. I have just got on my Kindle Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, which is a series that I've been recommended by a lot of people in my family. So I kind of wanted to read it. So I'm going to start that probably after this. Because these are short stories, I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing cover to cover. I might just read like one story and then read something else and then come back to it. I'll see how I feel after reading this first one. So that's what I've been reading. I do feel quite tired after that. So I'm now just going to rest for the rest of the day. And I'm going to end the video here. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you if you've made it this far. And it's just been so nice to be able to chat to you again. And I'm just looking forward to making more videos in the future. I can definitely feel my energy vanishing. So I'm going to just wrap up now. And yeah, thank you for being here and see you next time.